Are your dogs in danger on your RV? Hey guys, it's MJ from Endless RVing, the channel that brings you the best in RV DIYs, product reviews, RV tours, and so much more. If you're new to the channel, we invite you to subscribe below and click the notification bell. And if you're back for another video, we thank you for joining us. And make sure to stay to the end for a bonus tip. So today we're going to talk about 5 potential dangers for your dog when RVing and what you can do to avoid them. So number 1, guys, is heat exhaustion. This is really something that you need to be careful of. On a 70-degree day outside, it can easily feel like 100 inside your RV. So you want to be aware of that if you are going to leave your dogs alone and you're not there. Now, you have to be very careful, and this has happened to us before. Campgrounds can have outages, and you can lose your power. And if you're not aware of that, that can be a big problem. And there have been disasters that have happened that people have come back and found their dogs, unfortunately, did not survive because of this. If you have auto gen start, wonderful. Temperature gets to a certain point, the generator kicks on. That's great. For us, what we choose to do is we use 2 different tools. We use a Nest Cam. This way it enables me to watch the dogs and see behaviors, but the most important thing is the Govee. All right, so the Govee is a temperature monitor, and we have it set that if it gets to a certain point, a low temperature or a high temperature, it alerts us. It's a Wi-Fi tool, so this way we know when we're out and about, if it hits 80 degrees, we're aware of it and we know that something is up. I'll look on the Nest Cam, see what the behaviors are of the dog, and we know that we need to do something. We will link that below. So number 2, guys, is air fresheners. All right, we all like our RVs to smell nice, right? But we have to be really aware of what we're using so it doesn't affect the dogs. A lot of air fresheners have VOCs in them, which is volatile organic compounds, and these can be very dangerous to a dog, cat, any pet health. All right, these are the things that are used in paint, formaldehyde, cigarette smoke, right? These are the toxic chemicals. It can show themselves in different systems, such as nausea and vomiting, lethargy, lack of appetite. It can cause liver damage. There's a couple other things that I wrote down. I want to make sure I cover them. But if you see your dogs exhibiting respiratory symptoms, all right, stomach upset, it can cause kidney, liver, and central nervous system damage. So be very careful. Another thing too is a lot of people think, well, what about essential oils? Some, yes, but some essential oils can also be toxic to pets. So when you get something, be sure to read the ingredients and make sure it is safe for pets. So number 3 is driving dangers, all right? There's some different things that you can do. If you, well, let me just say this first. Obviously, don't ever put your dog, cat, whatever, in the bed of a pickup truck. Do not put your pet in a 5th wheel or a trailer while you're driving. Not good. All right, I think most people know that, but I have heard stories. You want to make sure that the pet is secure wherever they are with you, either on your motorhome or in the truck that you're pulling your RV with. Definitely positively reinforce this before you do it, and we're going to link a video up here where I do talk about that. Once they're in the motorhome or your car, use a crate if you can. Secure them in a safety crate. Use a safety belt, all right, a harness, so it secures them in. So God forbid an accident happens, they're not going to go flying through the windshield. What we do, and a lot of other people do, a lot of times we'll just take a car if we're not going on a long way. Somebody will just drive behind and we'll put them in the car. It's way easier that way. But number 3, driving dangers, be really careful with this one. So number 4 is the danger actually of other people's dogs. Now, most of us do a really good job of keeping our dogs under control, but we can't always control what other people do. And if you are out walking your dog at a campground and a dog comes charging at you, there are certain things that you can do. Number 1, first of all, always be aware when you're walking your dogs. Don't be on your phone or looking down. You be aware, because again, you can't control what's going on out there. So number 1 is definitely be aware. Number 2, if you have a dog charging you, there's a couple things you can do. If you throw your hand up and yell, stop, a lot of times dogs will respond to that. They'll get startled. That'll give you time to turn away and walk away. Another thing you can do, I always do this because whenever I walk Bowser and Sierra, it's always a training time. I always have food with me. You can take a handful of food and throw it at the dog. That is another way that you can startle a dog. They may start eating and you just turn around and walk away. The important thing is to remember to stay calm. Now, if a dog is calming and is not relenting, it doesn't turn around or doesn't eat the food, there's certain things that you can carry with you. A little thing of pepper spray, an air horn a lot of times can startle dogs enough, a walking stick, if you have an umbrella, these are things. So if there's, say, like a known aggressive dog at your campground or whatever, and you know people don't watch them, these are little things that you can do that you can defend yourself and your dog if a dog does charge your dog. So number 4 is aggressive dogs. And number 5 is leaving things out when you're out of your RV. What do I mean by that? So I'm talking about cleaning products or foods that are dangerous to dogs. Look, a lot of times dogs, if they're not used to it, if they're newer to the RV lifestyle, can act differently when they're in different environments. If they don't eat things at your house, it doesn't necessarily mean it won't happen in your RV. So you don't want to leave easy access to cleaning products, things on the sink that they can jump up and get, chocolate, avocados, you know, all the typical dog foods, foods that are toxic to dogs. Make sure all of this goes away. So number 5, don't leave anything out that can hurt your dogs. And the bonus tip is, if you have a dog or a cat or whatever that is a bolter, where you open that door and they just want to get out and see the world, make sure you have something there to manage that situation. Obviously, you can train them to stay on there, but get a gate. A really cool thing, because a lot of people say their dogs, like, they try to get through the screen door and they damage the screen. Camco has a really cool thing. We'll link it below. It's called the Camco Screen Door Grill. You can put it right in front of the screen. It looks very nice. It's not gross looking, and it's a deterrent for them, and it's going to keep your screen door really, really safe. So be very careful with those dogs and cats that like to bolt out the door, and set up something so that doesn't happen. So guys, these are 5 dangers to really be aware of when you're RVing with dogs or any pets. So if you know anybody that does RV with pets, please feel free to share this with them. In the comments below, let us know what you guys do. What do you do to keep your pets safe when you're RVing? And to the left, we are going to put our RV dog and RV safety playlists. So from myself, Sierra, Bowser, and Izzy, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road. This feeling I go when I sit, but we had.